Welcome back from the ad break. You are still watching Prime Live. Now, my next guest joining us on Zoom is Mr. Kudakwashe Muganu, who is an author. Now, he is a dynamic force of inspiration because he's not just an accomplished author, he's also a certified life coach, motivational speaker, and entrepreneur. Now, through his work, he empowers individuals to pursue purpose, grow spiritually, and stay resilient in the face of life's challenges. Now, today we're going to be speaking about his latest book called Who Does Not Want to Quit School. Now, this speaks directly to students, encouraging them to persevere in their educational journey despite the hardships. I'm very, very excited and very, very, intrigued in terms of the conversation. I cannot wait. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Kudakwashe, and welcome to Prime Live.
Okay, thank you very much for having me. I'm super excited to be here with one of the TV stations in South Africa.
Thank you so much. It's definitely a pleasure, and thank you for giving us your time. So, we just want to understand and hear all about your writing journey before we even get to the book itself. Can you give us, a story that inspired you to start your writing journey?
Well, what made me to write is that it is a calling which I discovered when I was born again. This way I realized that I was born to write. So yeah, that's how I started writing. And also what I can say is that I'm also a communicator. So I communicate my ideas through writing. I communicate my ideas through speaking. I communicate my ideas through counseling. So that's what I represent. That's what I stand for.
That is amazing. And in terms of your latest book, Who Does Not Want to Quit School, is a very interesting title there. It tackles a very real struggle for many students. What inspired you to want to write a book to inspire students?
Yes, indeed, it's a very interesting book. Which what made me to write this book is that what I've come to realize is that school is not easy. Let's be honest. To wake up early in the mornings, to go to school, to mingle with other students, to be able to handle the situation at school. You have to meet up the lines and everything. But we have to weigh the value. Is it good to quit school or we have to persevere? Because even if you quit school, it's another school which is called life. So yeah, that's what made me to write this book. That no matter how hard it will be, you have to persevere in your life.
Mm, that's amazing. And let's talk about the writing process or what it took to write such a book because we do know that when it comes to writing, it's not something that's really simple. What are the challenges that you faced in writing this particular book and how did you overcome them?
Well, if you love what you do, you cannot have might face challenges, but you keep on going on. So what I can say is that I juggle a lot of things at the same time. So what some of the challenges which I have to find time to write this book, but by the grace of God, I managed to overcome this challenge because I developed another routine where I was writing during the night. So yeah, that's how I managed to overcome this situation. So that's what I can say.
That's amazing. And you mentioned that life is a school itself. Can you expand on what that means to you?
Well, what I can say is that life is tough, life is hard. That's the truth of life. And school is one of the platforms that can teach us how to survive in life because each and every second, each and every minute, you have to make a decision in life. So that's another skill that we have to uh, encounter in life. So one of the things also have to know is that you won't be school forever. So school is the one of the platform which can teach you how to survive in the real life. Yes, yeah. So that's what I can say.
Mm. And obviously, you've written the book, and there are some students who probably read the book and maybe gave you feedback. What has been, your favorite feedback so far from those who have read the book?
Um, you know, the main purpose of writing books is not to get accolades. The
Mm,
main purpose of writing books is not to get a recognition or to get a title, but to solve a problem.
mm,
So I'm so happy that many students they are getting the I'm getting the positive feedback from a lot of students, and one of them they are having the zeal, persevere no matter what kind of challenges which you are facing. And also, one of the things we have to know is that this book is not only specifically for students. I strongly believe that everyone is a student of life. Each and every day we learn, each and every day we learn something new. So this book caters for everyone. So also I've come to realize that some of the people are striving to get knowledge, that striving to study very hard so that they can upgrade in this 21st century. Yes, so it's a very good positive vibe which I'm getting from a lot of people.
Hmm. That's a good thing to know that you are receiving positive impact. I mean, what do you call this, feedback. And not just that, I mean, if you're writing a book and you see the impact amongst the students and they're giving you good feedback to say, you know what, this is exactly what we needed, it's actually good news. And just in your before you actually came onto the interview, we're having a very interesting conversation discussing, the value of education as a whole, and everybody had very different, opinions on what they think and believe, the value of education is. So I'm just going to throw that question right back at you to say, what is the value of education in today's age and in this world that we're living in today?
Wow. Actually, every time many people think that when they read my title, who doesn't want to quit school? Many people think that I'm saying school is not good, school is not important. But even me as an author, as a speaker, as an entrepreneur, I have found the value of school. For me to reach where I am is because of school. Even you as a journalist, you can see the importance of school. So no one can say school is not important. Um, One of the things which I want to emphasize to all the youngsters out there or to everyone that you may want to be a soccer star, you may want to be a social media light, or you may want to be a musician, you need school. Because one way or another way, school is going to find its own roles to play. So, yeah, what I can say is school is very important. Everyone must go to school, everyone must learn. This is the basic of life. It's not something that we have to run away from it. That's why Nelson Mandela said that education is the key of success. Yeah, that's what I say.
Mm. I think thank you so much for sharing that with us in terms of just highlighting the importance of education itself, and how you see it to be the key to success in today's day and age. Just for viewers at home that are watching right now who might feel discouraged to continue on their educational journey, what advice would you give to them? What words of encouragement would you give to them to continue moving on?
As I said earlier on, that this book is not only for students. Some of the people, their parents already, they are breaking their education, so they are having many responsibilities. They are going to work, they are also studying, they are also spouses for someone, and also their parents. So what we can do is that if you know the reason why we are going to school, and if you know your goal, no matter what you can face in life, you can persevere, you can be able to conquer it. So that's the advice which I can give to everyone, every listener, that nothing good that can come in. So we have to persevere the process. Because there's another school which is called life that you can quit. So school is a platform which can teach you to survive and in life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And just before I let you go, if you could leave one lasting message to the youth of today, what would it be?
Um, like as I said, that you won't be at school forever. So you have to maximize the time which you have now. So one way or another way, you're growing every minute, every second, you're growing. So maximize the youthful age so that when you grow up, you'll be able to live a good life. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. So
Mm.
there's no two way, there's no negotiation about it. Yes, that's what.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, and I really hope that the viewers at home has taken some lessons, and you've left them more, informed in terms of what to expect from your book, but also just on education in general. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Kudakwashe.
Okay, thank you. It's my pleasure. Thank you very much for having me. It was a very wonderful conversation. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Viewers at home, that was a very insightful conversation that I just had with Mr. Kudakwashe, who is an author, motivational speaker, and entrepreneur, who just gave us his insight on, education itself, the importance of it, and just in general, the information that we should expect when reading his book. And I hope that you will run and purchase the book so that you can see it for yourself. But without wasting any time, let's go to a quick ad break. We will see you right after this.